important factor here is as well.
Big game, big game. BBL on defense, Vitality on attack. All to play for.
Pistol round wins. I think they converted 1 out of the, what, I think 1, 2, 3,
I mean, even
4.
So it's 3 and 9 on pistols is...
and it's not been good. It's been rough starts. Yes, they've converted a couple of second rounds, but they have been on the back foot from the very word go. For BBL,
they feel like they go aggro A, so they aggro over towards C, and then now they want to go re-clear, right?
Certainly the new look of Valorant.
Maybe.
Actually here,
it's good info.
Got a good read on the situation here. Paranoia sent through, caught by the stun, but
dude, the fact that the stun doesn't like slow down the Neon that much, only like the actual dash. Maybe some of the interactions need tweaking, but
Rubble. Durka with a Sheriff in hand. Sayonara as well, so a chance to do some damage here on first contact. Lovers Rock actually tagged here by the reveal.
Okay, and again, something that was
keep us some fake over towards A.
Video
Wall can go up. We've got the Tether, we've got a Prowler.
Was Pal saying comms, confidence, you know, start
Does Yampy feel confident enough that he's pushed him away from door?
Listening actively to what's going on, so I do want to see that resonating here as best we can, obviously, from that external perspective.
The nice pistol
BBL,
at the moment.
it's trying to find their footing. We've seen that they can do it. We've seen it very recently, what they can achieve. Obviously not translated in the last couple of games. However, down to 25 seconds. What a very different tempo this is.
Yampy's in trouble.
Very cautious and disciplined approach here. You can see, we obviously had a big discussion around these pistols. Yampy will be rewarded for his patience.
Especially as he's low HP, he just needs to tuck in and just stay alive as long as possible.
See Lock going forward, trying to dig him out of that spot.
Yeah, that's...
You can't play it better. Then you get the sound cue of the wall going, and now you know you can push.
To instigate from Creven, trying to set things in motion, does well, but the trade comes out towards 44. So it gives
a lovely pistol, man. They said they were losing pistols, and they needed to focus on pistol. This was a lovely pistol from them.
Something that was drastically missing in their last couple of games.
See, very, very...
Yampy, yeah, he handled it very well.
Maybe we're going to play this a little more aggressively.
Yeah.
In controlling the space really well here. Again, it's not necessarily for me how I want to see Vitality play in terms of just, I guess, damage mitigation and risk mitigation, but again, whether or not BBL can tap into that, because they are a team that can certainly capitalize on that.
Oof. That's really low percent. 5v4s.
Towards Rubble here, Sayonara, the front here, rifle in hand. See, well invested outside of Chronicle here, down on a Ghost. Durka on a Bucky. Bit of a distance to close here if he wants to do some damage.
I don't think he's got it in him to be able to even gap close that, though, sadly. It's
bit of fight over towards A, so Con's allowed to explore.
I want to say obvious posturing almost, so they are taking the right call here, so Creven's got to be...
Chronicle's so close to hitting that snap, by the way.
It felt like it, right? Like, I paused for a second, but already falling back towards site. It's a long rotation over here, caught by the seas. Noted.
Dude, everyone's Teva usage just got so good now. Like out in the open, so you can see the trails.
Drilled in today. There is limited room for error at this point if they want playoffs here and now.
That's obviously the thing to consider. I was just talking about BBL being a team to capitalize on that slower pace. Vitality adopt this approach and have a clean start here. I mean, I heard Yampy alluding to it in the interview. Yeah, a lot of maps we just start from behind, constantly in recovery mode, playing at disadvantages.
Kron should throw it to Yampy, maybe? Yampy should start hunting.
Conversion rate.
I feel like the fade out's the main
other
one
side
here.
of that equation that's very concerning. Durka looking to maybe farm up some old progress here. Does know about Rose. The fade read perfectly here. Nice. Get a couple more consolations.
Yeah, there we go. Yampy gets to hunt with this, and he has a regen shield, so that also makes sense.
This is good. It feels like, as said, there has been a conversation.
Wasn't fully planned, but worked out well.
For Vitality, and as said, the last couple of games. And the question mark then kind of gets flipped towards BBL's side of what can they do about it? Can they reignite some of that brilliance that took them to the heights of Santiago? But now it's a tough opponent to try and achieve that against. Even in the doldrums, even, you know, I don't want to say down and out, but certainly.
Play with a shotgun because it's just broken. It's fine.
I mean, you're not wrong.
He ain't wrong.
Yeah. So I had a chat with Durka the other day. It's just like, man, I'm hating what I have to do right now.
Dude, it looks fun. Why do you hate it?
Is
It's
just
so
a
fun playing
horrifically
shotgun
talented
only.
player. You watch him play anything, he's annoyingly good at it.
I think it's the most fun you can have in the game. I really do. I think it's so fun because you know that everyone's so tilted when you kill them.
At this point, as said, you got to kind of play with what's popular and what's working. And well, I still see him with the Bucky, so why not? As it stands though, first roll purchase back in for BBL now. Still gonna be suffering with that Guardian with Loiter, but at least has the full shield. And this is a slower tempo from Vitality, Mike. This was much different.
Like I said, you can see a conversation's been had. The fundamentals have been in question a few times. It's players stepping up, trying to be the hero, trying to almost be the superstar players of this super team. I think Powell's probably had to crack the whip a little bit. Durka find the first in here, but LaRock will find 2 responses.
Yeah, 3 bullets though isn't much to play with and put down on 13 HP. It's a limited success that you can take.
Oh, the timing on this lock is lovely.
B-site now open, there's options. Obviously not fully aware where Lover's Rock is, you could potentially make an assumption.
You might see Kron do this a lot though. Prod over towards B. Again, there's no wall block over towards here, so any kind of rotates through B, whether they're here or heaven, can just get caught out.
We're not doing that alone.
So he can actually just luck all the time from B.
Create a little bit of misdirection.
10 seconds left.
We'll get the plant down eventually.
Very late to clear through that as well. But a little bit on a bit of a gamble almost.
I'm keeping my eye on the clock now in some of these rounds. That, again, here's a question mark about the second player, sure, but very down to the wire.
We've got a nice crossfire. One enemy. Yeah, that should hold. That should absolutely
very
hold.
nice.
Very
Kron's giving it.
Left alive. So it's fine. Obviously, I think my concern is always it's fine when Fnatic do it because they have some really strong fundamentals. No, I know. No, I'm lying.
You can put the wall over towards B. The Vice wall, it kind of won't matter too much. It's a similar vibe.
No, but the problem is
right, he would still get that with a Vice wall.
They do have very good fundamentals.
It's still the same thing applies, like rotating through, you still have to watch the angle.
Where they'll still be able to cross the
Instant mute on that.
I get a bit scared when I see Vitality up to this.
I guess the other side of the conversation is has Quad
Force him down to an eco. Who Darker's just out here gun abusing, man. Shotguns into Outlaw.
See Yampy alluding to that sort of energy on stage once more. We need that bark counter from yesterday. Now that he is back in the building.
I haven't done it yet, but...
Well, now that Yampy's back in the building,
we got the +1. Perfect.
We're the passengers now.
Go.
Well, let's see what the Bucky looks like. Ooh, you are a lucky boy. Oh, your luck ran out. And
able to get onto that angle.
They play with medium graphics. You definitely don't play with high because stuff like the Viper wall has more vision block.
Prophet going to find another Durka to capitalize on this pressure, and it's only Loiter left. 5 standing here. Vitality be able to go through the motions, do a bit of housekeeping in terms of this first ult cycle. Still look really comfortable here. 5 left alive, Lauren.
Yeah, this
not
just
messing
feels
about.
like they've been. Oh, that
Get the plan as well. One away from the ult.
Is an in-zone flawless. This does just feel very. I don't want to say basic. Basic feels unfair. It's simplistic in approach, and it's working. Vitality for BBL, an instantaneous timeout, and I don't blame them. It's been very one-sided.
I think the caveat to that being it's almost what I've wanted to see from Vitality, right? It's looked a little complacent. I don't want to say a little egotistical at times, but it has, to be honest. And for me, if they just go back to playing...
I don't really know how you play this map about the no Viper. You meant to just
super clean,
aggro A and just hold it with one so that BNC is stronger.
Get a safe win under their belt versus a team like BBL, who again are struggling, yes, but we know kind of where the ceiling sits with them. That for me is a tick in the box for Vitality.
Yeah, you're right. And as much as you do say the kind of like ego challenge, I'd love to see them be able to dip into that once they have those fundamentals.
I think FUT qualifies for Masters.
Right, you look at the potential in this team.
Don't know, man. I'm nervous for him, to be honest. I'm nervous for them and Eternal Fire.
They could bank on that a little bit more as you're seeing what can be brought to the plate. Again, Neon has suited Durka well recently. He's not been dwindling in numbers. He's not had massive off performances.
I think playoffs for EMEA is going to be really fun,
we know
man.
he can play to. But it's everything around that. I don't look at this team and worry about Durka. I look at the kind of
third for now.
The sinew between everything else.
Yeah, I kind of hate to say
when the Heretics play FUT next week,
what we've seen, I then look back towards Yampy.
Maybe FUT will take their. I don't want to say FUT off the pedal, but I've got nothing else to say for it. I think they'll slow down a little. So maybe it isn't a good example, but I do think Heretics. Don't know, man. I'm getting on board with Heretics. I'm telling you.
But certainly, I mean, if you get in here, Dirk is still performing. I mean, Chronicles had some slower maps.
They all got their comfort back.
Lesser numbers in terms of performance, but again, you know eventually he's going to get back to it.
He certainly will, but
for
Dirk
first
this time
seed,
does
yeah,
get denied and nothing to really control.
I mean, they've only got to win one game.
Early.
They should be going.
A look from Tree, and it's been rewarded early, but it's Vitality trying to pick up the pace here. Maybe the pace is the problem, but they're still going to try and steal on this one.
Duelist Yampy, look at him go.
Utility invested to clear the A site, going to allow for the plant, and BBL are going to have 5 strong though. Look at the lurk this time. Utility put into play Kron.
Yeah, we said Kron might just lurk all the time here, but I like this from Larocque, who's on top of it. There's a small chance Kron got a double there.
I know we're going to be able to slow things down here. Depends how actually get out the door here. Ro's got to be careful as well on the other side.
They've got no safety, Mike. They've got no corner
No,
to
don't do
play
it.
from. You
Oh
can
my
see
god,
it, feeling a
Yampy,
little
thank
bit
god
panicked.
for that.
Yampy
Does hear the extra one go. He could try wrap here.
A real X-Factor play. Sayonara's done
definitely
lovely work towards Loiter. Yampy could have done with that. Not got it. Sayonara, say goodbye.
Nice from BBL. They'll take the fact that the fader was used here as well.
BBL, work it out well. Starting and ending strong.
First one here where they've had a clear advantage early on in the round. Dirk picked off ahead of really any progress being made.
BBF fall-off needs to be studied.
Loiter.
It's just a meta change,
Swing out
man.
the door initially, but it pays off for him.
They got
a little bit of investment here to secure, but
they got a period where they need Lover's Rock to just find some more
a
comfort.
little more competitive in some of these rounds. Larocque doing basically all the heavy lifting for BBL here in terms of numbers.
Well, I guess this is how you, I don't say problem solve it, but to maybe ease some of Dirk's woes of trying to gap close on this, give them an operator if they're trying to get a little bit, you know, starting to pick away at it early. Doesn't land, but certainly going to see where Kreven's starting.
Why do you feel nervous about Eternal Fire and FUT? I don't think Eternal Fire's...
Formation here of BBL
I don't think how Eternal Fire play can be that consistent.
Expecting aggression here.
So that's my worry for them. FUT, I don't know what it is, because they play relatively smart.
Towards the top of the table in that regard. Again, I think that
have a feeling.
history certainly something to consider there alongside it. Vitality now. Another probe sent out towards C.
Interesting switch as well. It's Kron this time now on the operator and a missed shot from Lover's Rock. So
they played so loose against Pacific.
Again, just really testing.
They play so loose against everyone.
This map. What tools do they have to clear towards rubble now? Yampy's still got kit, but
Loiter's still got full belt.
yeah, they're drive facing this. Okay, it's fine in the end, but I get a bit nervous with some of these. As Dirk is going to find Loiter, obviously, and that means that Larocque has to fall away.
Yeah, slip away onto the side. Lover's Rock now gets onto
the
an
info
angle.
is running away.
It's the right read as well. BBL figuring it out on the fly.
Got no time for this.
Into a Kreven setup.
Perfect gets dropped the spike, so he can TP here. Brought over towards C. Mr. Fawns doesn't look too convincing, but I will say threes there and the rotates coming out. Yampy has to win this duel. Yampy wins the duel. They can win this. They can win this round. I gotta give it to him. The call at 20 seconds here, pretty legit. They messed it up a little bit, but
it's a fake. It's a well-made fake. Maybe
it
a little bit treacherous
good.
fake,
The idea
but
was good.
somehow they're in a 4v2.
I think as well here, Kreven and Rose.
God, it looked done, to be honest.
Hold on to this. Still have decent money behind this. Lover's Rock going to struggle at 650, but one away from an ultimate. Certainly put BBL in a position to still contest the follow-up round. That's on the other side here, Chronicle and Sayonara with best progress in terms of their ultimates here.
Just saying quickly, I could hear Rose almost through my headphones. Now, we don't have the same headphones as them before the Reddit threads get made, but this man was talking. And you saw it a little bit on the cam then as well. He was clearly not happy with something that happened then. Potentially a moment of forgetting Prof Exalt in play. I certainly did for a moment, but again, I'm not paid to be in the server. So at this point, a little bit of an error in that regard.
I mean, yeah, even so, even if you forget the ult, it's like, even here at this point, it's, you can't really
people are usually calm when a player is just saving. What do you mean? As in, like, when you're
role,
saving, you just say I'm saving. When you think they're saving, is that what you're saying? The other team? They do what the Santiago crowd does. Everyone just whistles down the mic.
Maybe that's the frustration with that. And
no, he just say, I think they're saving, man. I don't know what you want. It's just normal comms.
I wonder this becomes readable now. That kind of Loiter shouldering up on this, right? The second that Durka gets towards ult, or they try and take towards Rubble control, we know that Loiter is willing to fight, and Durka doesn't miss. Good trade from Lovers Rock, though. Not going unanswered this time, keeping it at a 4v4, and willing to get a little bold. They're going to post up the Rock deeper on A. They want to keep and maintain this space. Lovers Rock is behind that angle. So you're going to have to give that up. The temptation to push further forward has got to be beckoning.
Nicely done from Crom.
Durka read the situation really well, but
Com's a little off there.
Find that judge on the other side, tries to spam blind through the smoke. Creven, again, going to come under fire here. No fake this time around, and very different in terms of the timing on the clock. Vitality will pause for thought. You see the pings coming through now. Does have a second player in the form of Loiter. Yeah. No paranoia for him, though.
They're going to know there's at least two here.
The Rock here.
Oh my god, the timing!
Loiter just slips, and is actually going to get away scot-free. Vitality going to be feeling a little frustrated with that,
Open the door to create pressure and then hit.
They
messed it up.
Yumpy
had the right idea, but Sayonara's already gone.
Gave them, and the safety on the A side, perfectly allowing this additional rotation, but Kron has alleviated some of that pressure. Toying on the plant, see if they can get another body dropped.
You ain't
But
getting
look at
this
this
plant, mate.
creeping death.
Oh
My god,
Yampy,
that's a shot.
Oh my god, and he's planning safe so he can't be seen from here. There's no way they steal this round as well, is there?
But not to be. Does he get an upgrade, or is he only with that pistol for now? Yampy.
Oh my god, my guy's sleeping.
Round from Yampy, but he's going to need to do it all here. Loiter on 3 as well. Working cautiously, Loiter looking. He's got a good idea where he was, but Yampy could have repositioned, and Yampy's got the timer on his side. Loiter, desperate to find him. He's put it together. Well, Loiter.
That is a close round.
Magic from him.
They had no right even getting this close, man.
Crazy round. Yampy
shouldn't have even been close.
Just dancing with death, running this right down to the last 5 seconds. Again, goes for an open plant to try and bait out a peek here.
Oh, respect for
Finds
that,
the kill.
knowing that angle.
God, that
The timing on this
or thinking
smoke,
of
though,
that
is
angle.
just heartbreaking.
Yeah,
for
it's a little
Vitality.
bit bad from Sayonara there. So
Loiter
they got
to
discovered
find
heavy over
before.
towards B.
It doesn't even matter.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounded a bit better when they sung it, but
yeah, it does. Bigger picture-wise.
So they got discovered here 3, right? And it's like a 2-1-1. They gotta open the door, even if it's one person shooting from B, to then pull one off and then re-hit. That's what Yampy wanted to do, but Sayonara's just sending it on his own.
Now, again, they haven't quite identified that this Larocque push-up is once again in position. It frees up rotations, it frees up these lines, so they're now putting bodies behind much earlier. Now, Vitality are doing this quickly, though. Are they going to commit on this? Creven trying to play on the wall. See if he can catch anything in and around that smoke. Ooh,
Great ult.
That's a big old
Those
ult.
3 here committed.
Coverage on it as well.
Do get hit.
Back towards that CT side.
Two actually
Dirk is
hit.
up for it. He's chomping at the bit. The C's
that's
goes
a
in, but he
big
doesn't
win, man.
overextend.
But the
Holds
Omen Flash
the
out of
line,
you after
allows
plant
that
with an
spike to be
Omen
ferried
Flash
through.
should be
5v5
pretty much
post-plant
impossible.
looks like.
Wait, where are you going?
Switch of
Perfect, mate.
expectations
What are you
here,
doing?
faster hit towards C.
Okay, well, at least they're all doing it together. Guys, push if you're using this much util.
Durka leading the pack. Rose falls.
Nice.
Yampy on the follow-up. Now, where are the rest? This is a well-constructed plan, well executed, and surely a save.
And they've
For
been
Lovers Rock,
proactive
that
with it.
operator is prized possession here.
After plant with
Again, the
Omen
ult
Flash,
usage,
it's way
Mike,
too
felt
strong.
really solid.
Yeah, beautiful call to switch things up.
Yeah, I was not expecting them to go aggro, but I'm glad they all did
Maybe
it.
got one person a little disconnected in
At
support.
least they're all on the same page on this.
Beautiful execution
Anon
in terms
Gifter,
of
thank you so much,
the
Anon, whoever you are.
investment here.
I appreciate
Again,
that.
a great catch from Sayonara. We're talking about whether or not the awareness was there of how quickly BBL were taking space elsewhere on the map. This is a great catch, and probably something that's going to force a big adjustment on the side of BBL. Probably keep them in check now. They don't have that safety net of just leaving Creven on an island.
Yeah, and again, considering you had such a pushed-up player, for them to still win like this has got to be frustrating for BBL, because I imagine they felt they had the
boom
players
button
able
doesn't
to
hit the
rotate
wall.
freely enough. But again, that ult stacking, that ult usage, the very heads-up work, maybe now even noting Larocque on that flank again. But again, the buy, Mike, it's rough.
Yeah, I mean, the money's just so good.
Rough.
Lovers Rock, if he gets a pick,
Ults,
could
yeah,
maybe throw the gun to someone
Ults
else,
to
and then
offset
all.
this, though.
If they need to
Lovers Rock and
retake.
Creven, I don't think we'll see the investment here unless they can create an advantage. Or at least a situation where it's worthwhile to try and convert. Durka You see on the other side, trying to get onto an angle. Lovers Rock elsewhere, now in control of this extremity.
I like it.
Switched up, and the sort of adjustment I was talking about. We see this trend to continue.
I'm out of here.
Some of the more traditional buy rounds.
This makes sense considering what they have, right? You can leave Lovers Rock to this
Yeah,
with that setup behind him. He's got a little bit of security in that fact. And then you can stack on the other side, but it's still risky when you know the buy. You've got Sheriffs here and there, Loiter trying to posture up. I think he's heard or seen something potentially. There's the paranoia and a perfect swing. Stunning for Rose. Oh,
Very nice. Calm on this. What an incredible Omen flash though.
But making magic in those moments there. Perfectly played plan from BBL.
And it's a big round to win as well, where Vitality ultimately have
And when the money's
not
low.
necessarily had freedom towards Rubble, now to kind of shift that focus back
30
to this
seconds
side
left.
of the map.
10 spot.
Be able to win out so comfortably. Really sets the tone
Strong
here.
pause though, but I mean
Next
that's
few rounds will
an
be Vitality
incredible
winning
Omen
guaranteed.
flash. His timing of it's so
6 on
good
the
as well.
half. I don't think Chronicle's going to have much to say about this.
No, but I guess you can take away that the wall's gone here now, right? Because that's
10
now been
seconds
shifted
left.
a couple of rounds over towards C. Do we start maybe exploring this option
Well,
again?
yeah, again, even in the rounds where Krevin is anchoring towards C, he's had the wall. There's not been it's only been maybe a glance back through in transition. Whether or not Vitality read into that, you can see here though, BBL's understanding of where Chronicle's going to be and when on the back of the 4K from Rose. As soon as that happens, the thorns are popped. Somebody's not necessarily swinging onto that, but it just shows that they have a very solid understanding of what's going on. You find 4 here.
Just
there's no
nodding after the
peak
4.
to follow that. They know where Chronicle's
A
at.
lot of ults here as well. They could actually get a
This is where
6.
it all gets them put under the
Could
lens,
easily get a
isn't it? Because we've
6-6.
seen the BBL starting to string together a bit of resilience
Heretics
to
look
this.
today?
3
Good.
rounds, yes, a little broken up.
Need a few more.
They look
though.
good, man.
Yeah, I'd love to see them actually in succession too.
2 weeks in a
really
row.
Get those foundations in the right place.
I mean, this was the best they've
Pretty
looked
sure,
this
of
year.
course, for Krevin, but does get noted. But this round, we are going to get a check-in with Vitality, and already Sayonara going to be feeling some pressure here. So
Oh my god.
this will be interesting to see how it's relayed. Where's he just snapped that from? Let's find out as we check in on those comms.
Nice. Seized. He's seized. Secret seized. Pop it.
Spike down
Я
A.
пачку беру.
У меня на Б 2.
It should be open C, boys.
Я пачку
A
беру.
should be clear. It was 2 on B
Я тебе
and
иду
1 on
на.
C.
Да, да.
Could be A now though.
Короче, у них Вайза была на Б, я так понял, еще один секрет.
Damn, they do speak Russian when they
Raise
win.
was secret crown.
Sorry, can I say something?
Operator, I mean, was holding me. Stairs.
Sorry, can I say something? Yeah, he should have just said it, man. Whatever he wanted to do, whatever he wanted to say, he should have said it.
Raise has full util.
Spike planted. My
Remind you of
ult's
Navira Scream? Yeah, every time I hear this 2 players go to a
1v3.
different language, I always think of that.
Left to his own devices, spots out one, but he knows there's going to be more. There's nothing to be done in that regard. BBL,
It's great for their money, man.
perfect play throughout this, Mike.
A lot of people
Unimpressed with
surviving
them.
again.
Absolutely. At least here, an early string of rounds for Vitality to bank on. That advantage all but stripped away now.
Quite interesting to hear that Kron and Dirk are happy to switch languages.
Yeah.
Actually, and I know that a couple of these teams, obviously, with a couple of players from the same regions, able to kind of speak in their own way. You end up hearing that actually live as it happens.
And yeah, Sayonara does really well. Actually find a kill in this situation. Straight out Lotu again, a little slippery to get inside that smoke, but punishes, causes a bit of panic in the comms as well.
Yeah, and to me, there was just before that kill from Lovers Rock came in,
he looks
I
so
think it was
calm
Yampy in
after.
the comms saying, let me say something as well. So I do wonder if this is actually going to be a conversation around that, maybe back and forth with the coaching staff, or if it's Yampy majority leading it. And throughout this, I do want to kind of keep track on those comms because it was such a consistent conversation from the previous series they've had, is having that kind of faith in the calls, listening to each other, keeping that confidence high. So I think for me, it's quite interesting to hear that maybe from the start. I mean, that was a quick round, sadly almost. It kind of happened
quick
and
and
ended.
quiet one, yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was like, well, that kind of makes it tricky. But I'd love to kind of check back in on that as well throughout this series just to see how it's figuring out for them, because at this point, we're starting to see BBL really mount consistent answers.
Yeah. I think it's fair to say
they're just going to go faster.
Earlier timeout looking a little more composed. Again, early on, Vitality certainly using
I would
the clock to get
be
a feel for
I would be
some of
very
these
down for
slower rounds.
Vitality to scrap
see
this part of the map.
BBL have found a round
Right
in
now.
succession. Brings it up to 4. Again, a chance here to maybe contest the last 2. Vitality have an ult for Sayonara and Durka to invest here on the other side of TP. In the hands of Loiter.
Right, take C as they want to
Kreven
hold
now again
Mount.
switching up the
Might
setup,
get
but
weird.
I was curious of when
Nateva.
that was going to
Just
come. And
miss.
look at the
Oh,
response
mate.
on the other side of that
Over.
towards Mound. Operator notes at least early here. Don't get any value off that.
Not the best
early
Neon wall we've seen.
pressure, but might just
He's out of there.
almost bait Vitality into a hit elsewhere that is well received. Either way towards A or B.
This is a really nice approach from BBL, proactive in those adjustments, as highlighted, leaving a lot of faith again in Lovers Rock, and until he's been really kind of pressured and pushed out, why wouldn't you? I think Rose is going to be fully aware
Like
of
this from
Prophex.
Vitality. They
Juxtaposition.
realize that they're fighting over towards C, so they pivot
Trying
into
to
a
imply
BC
there is gonna
default.
be a rotation
They
in
can
towards
pinch
C, but
out.
keep your eyes on the spike and where it heads towards. Lovers Rock is still here. Not a high-flying performance yet from him, knowing his highs, but
So
solid.
they have a protocol for this.
For now, he waits. Smoke drop, and Chronicle is lucky
Might
to be alive.
get punished in the
Walks
future
back
though.
towards site, and he's getting hungry. This could be
He
greedy.
has to be
Lovers
so
Rock.
careful.
A double peek here towards Mound. He's the only one on this C side of the map. And there's a very fine line between posturing and going too far. But Durka
Oi,
punished,
nice shot.
and what a shot! Lovers Rock, you are quick with it. But Prophet going to bulldoze towards sight. The rest of the cross is going to be challenged though. Rose
Ooh,
there,
LaRock
LaRock there.
hitting
It
some
is
lovely shots there.
victorious under. BBL looking
It's
like
3
they will be
really
back in the
convincing rounds in a row
driving
from
seat.
them.
Durka is rifle in hand for so long here. And because they don't get a second
Yeah,
peek,
he was
he's
waiting
ready
for
to
like
hit the
5
site. That's when he gets
seconds on the same spot out in the
swing from
open.
Lovers. You could just see
Just
it here.
waiting for you to.
Nobody on the angle to help him.
Oh.
The timing is just insane.
It's a tilter as well, isn't it? 'Cause you're kind of hoping someone else might be there just in case on the pop.
He's got 3 teammates next to him. That's, again,
Yeah.
one of the most frustrating ways to die. Just random timing, seemingly. This is Lovers Rock solo on the site as well.
Which, like, by all rights, he shouldn't be doing that. But hey, you got 3 players
Vitality's
there.
comp,
If
yeah, it
he's
should be good
going
on
to, surely
defense.
one of the other 2
But
might
the
help
thing
you
is,
out,
this
but
should be better on attack than
see
it
if he
is,
can
and this should be
rebound
better
from
on
this, 'cause
defense than
BBL
it is. So
starting to
it's,
feel it
it'll probably
in
even
that
out something
rhythm.
similar. It should be kind of close.
Bring them down.
Hala goes in. But stalled out again. Ult prepared.
Yeah, Kreven was
The
ready
question
to let
is,
it
how
rip
do
there
they
just to slow
re-clear
things
A
down,
with
but
this?
Vitality at least take a pause for a moment. Good value here. Durka's
Sure
got to
they
pop
can.
the ult to offset that
Maybe
slightly.
Neon wall.
Kreven spotted as well.
Welcome to my world.
Pit
Gotta
to layer on
separate
top
this,
as
really.
well. Great coverage across site.
And
You
LaRock's
don't want
the
to
danger
showstop being
man.
sent in there.
Yeah, there it goes, and it finds connection. BBL
Viper's still up
just
though.
absolutely slipped
Wait,
into the
what a
rhythm of
omen
this.
TP that is.
Reading this too easily, Durka depended on, and how
Oh, he
much
did
can
good
one man
damage.
do? Not enough.
Dude, really,
BBL
4 nice
dragging
rounds in
this
a
one
row
back.
to make
Goes
this one
to
close.
6-6. Just insane resurgence from BBL here to tie things up when Vitality had so many early advantages.
And I wanted
Yeah,
to
that
hear
one
more
round
from
from Rose
Vitality,
kinda
so if I'm not mistaken,
started
we actually might have a
everything.
little feature
Yeah, what the hell?
Chronicle coming up.
Bring them down. One enemy.
In terms of super team allocations, it's very hard to answer on those things because I honestly don't consider us a super team in some ways. It is also quite weird to hear from many people about it because I honestly disagree with all of them on many parts, and I think just calling some team a super team just because it has like 1 or 2 superstar players is not always enough, but it's just my experience from being just an esports player. From other perspectives, obviously, maybe I can understand that. but still. And about the kickoff, obviously people can judge us that we didn't do well, and they're right, but they also should agree that like playing with a sub is also not the easiest challenge that you can do. Like if you are there to call us a super team, at this point you should also rate our ability to play with the sub, because I think we did well, like passing half of the EMEA stage, like looking at our placement with such a great performance just with the sub, then I mean we did pretty well. But obviously right now we have bigger goals, and we will try to achieve them.
Sayonara coming in is of course very good. He's an incredible player. He's a lot vocal than a lot of maybe other young players that I have played with. He's very vocal in game, and I think it's because of his role. He's been always playing the initiator and the kind of supportive role where you need to be very vocal to help your teammates. And yeah, obviously incredible skill. The guy is full of confidence. He's young, he's hungry, so it helps us the rest of the team also.
The kickoff result was a bit underperforming, some would say, but
would you say MIB or Vitality is more of a superstar team?
So, and the team is a
They're kind of
team,
similar,
so
right?
Some time to build up its chemistry
2
and
plus
be better
3
together. And I do feel like I am the missing piece that will take Vitality to new heights and that will get us the internationals and that will make EMEA proud. For sure, in my rookie year, to have the teammates that I have beside me is incredible, and it's also very rewarding to have these unbelievable players that support me and believe in me. But it's also, I think, a reward of how hard I've worked to have players of this caliber on my team. Yeah, it's just a pleasure to have the GOATs of VALORANT in my team.
Look,
Nice.
I love the whole super team conversation, and it does make me cringe a little bit. But
Nah,
again,
I
at
love
this
doing it,
point,
man. It puts so much
you
pressure on
can't
teams.
really
It's so fun.
be that upset being called a super team.
I'd call them all a
because
super
you were
team
winning,
if I
you probably
could.
wouldn't be that fussed.
No, I mean, yeah, if you're at the top of the league, you'd be like, yeah, we are the super team.
Correct.
Oh, yeah, we are. Look at
of
us.
course.
it's
like,
fun,
look
man.
at the names on the
Let's
roster,
go.
man.
Yeah.
Like, easy.
'Cause then
but
it builds
yeah,
on the
it is what it
storyline,
is.
bruh.
We dive back in second half now. BBL on the attacking side, Vitality on the defense. Look, we've already highlighted it. Vitality's pistols were woeful to this point. Actually did get the first.
Yeah, it was a cool pistol,
Score
though.
probably look quite different if they didn't. So again,
I don't
keep
know.
that in mind for BBL. It would be lovely for them to get that under the belt and build themselves to the lead.
Chronicle here just fishing for info. Don't really get too much on the other side
Tried
of
to
that.
headbutt it.
Tommy Util on the other side, Lotus will deal with it. No contact found here. Will be Durka maybe just to catch a glimpse. It's just
If you were in Vitality, would you say you're not a super team then?
for Vitality.
Ah, for sure, yeah. I would say we're awful.
Here, BBL still
We were not expected to win.
posturing forwards here, going to open the door towards Tree. No rotation coming through yet from Vitality.
They're seemingly happy just keeping 2. Profek already absconding from the site as well, so sitting pretty deep on this. Potentially just going to be trying to play this safe, potentially for a retake more than anything. A lot of kit still with BBL. You're looking at that paint shell. Profek's got to be
Profek
careful
has to
not
try-
get caught by this.
okay.
Yeah, he's in a lot
That's
of
good.
danger. And he is marked.
Oh, that.
Down
Whoa,
towards drop,
nice
but
shot,
outdone
bro.
by LaRock. Swing from Yampi,
That was
individual, but he
nice.
still gets 1.
I thought
No
he-
trades
honestly, I
available
was about
yet.
to
That's
praise,
nice for Durka. Gives him maybe a
Perfect there, he did
foothold
really
to play
good.
back through, but the frenzy still ready. Rose still there. Kreven with the sheriff, and Lover's Rock forced in. He's still got it. Felt like he had no right, but he still does. It's good work here from BBL, leaving Chronicle in a 1v2. Opting to clear as he goes, but I love what we're seeing on this walk-around site. Already with a bit of a check, and there's the spot. BBL.
Very nice. We
full
get 1
control.
pistol each. We're fans of that.
Again, just a little bit split in terms of the decision making here. I mean, Profek, at that point, if you're playing solo, there's no way you can get revealed. Again, forced into a TP out. He then tries to get a bit cheeky and drop back down to challenge.
But even Yampi then goes out of sync.
Yeah, I mean, he swings onto the spike, and because BBL are thinking, is there anyone here? And then they reveal Profek. It's like, yeah, they've got 1 person,
Weird.
and he's running for the hills. Like,
Yeah.
really tricky one for BBL to read, but unfortunately, it's just
I'll do it, bro.
minimal
You had it.
resistance
Yeah.
on the side of Vitality.
Get that marshal out.
Go back in here. Frugal purchase from BBL.
Yeah,
2
very
pistols
minimal.
into this,
That's
yeah.
risky.
Cool.
Can Kreven live? No. he
It's
gets
still not bad from
overwhelmed,
BBL,
and as
though.
you
The
noted,
only,
it's
the only one that
Frugal, so
committed.
if they can take
Well,
away
the only
another
2 that
player,
committed, just
it's not the end of the
with the
world. but
pistols. They don't get much for it.
I mean,
for
Lover's Rock
Vitality,
Lover's
Got
Rock
a
is
bandit
already
and a
in their
ghost
spawn.
now.
Yes, he is. He's quite deep on this. So plants in.
Lover's
Rock.
Rock,
How
let's
many
see
are
it.
there? That's 1.
This
And now they know
is
there's an
what
issue.
he
That
used to
buys
do.
time. precious seconds for BBL.
Yeah, everybody just hit shift there as soon as that kill comes through.
Profit should be able to clear a bit of this line if they 3-2-1 it. Just again, handled so easily. BBL fully aware by this point, pushed up a little bit deeper, not leaving Lover's Rock on an island really either, making sure that he's got support there. They play around it now. They've got that security of the plant behind them. Vikron and Sayonara is probably just hoping he can give it up to the spike.
I don't think they're
It's
going
nice
to
though.
Everyone
chills out.
Already going forwards
Lover's
here.
Rock can farm.
Something done. Sayonara
Even the
will
death
find
as well.
consolation, but just feeding into
synergy.
the other players
Very
here.
nice.
Lover's Rock will be the one
Save
to
the guns
find
into
number
it.
3.
Big ult progress too.
Yeah. Almost between him and the Rock, really.
Yeah, it's kind of nice now, right? Obviously, if this was Lover's Rock on Yoru, he's just hunting now on his own heavy, but you got to get that raise on.
Well situated, potentially.
I mean, maybe in
convert
that
number 3
situation,
here in the second half.
he would still let him hunt because he was
Get
a
at least
little
rifles
closer,
across
but
the
I
board,
doubt
some
it.
light shields, sure, but it's about the only gaps to note. You can see the Rock's
Okay,
still
so
away from
I was
Showstopper.
wondering if they were going to try
Lover's Rock
re-clear A at any point and how they did it.
just missing
They're trying to
3
start
here.
off the game without ever having to re-clear A,
With an
by
early
just trying to win the A duel at the
lead.
beginning.
Lovely paranoia. There's a swing. We've seen this one before, but Durka doesn't get
Ooh,
the same
Rose
reward
kinda
that
sticks
got.
out here.
It's Yampi to stay
Great
down
stun.
Lover's Rock, and now with
Oh
the
my god,
second
what a
attempt,
stun.
it's good.
Holy,
it's solid.
that stun is
And
money,
yeah, this
bro.
is just a shutdown.
There's actually on
Vitality,
4
right
of
place,
them.
right time, good
What are you meant to
utility
do?
for BBL. Just shake
Okay, this
it
is going to
off.
get fun
Just
because
hang
now
around in
they're
the
going to feel like they
blender.
can't go
Up
aggro A.
towards
Well, maybe.
the choke
They might
point
try it
here.
again. And we might have to see them try
Unfortunately,
re-clear, and again, I don't really know how they do
now,
it.
he probably can't even pin down a kill. It'll be Chronicle to find here. His knife in hand once this wall drops.
Oh.
Actually,
All right,
that's
yeah.
fine, a headshot,
A
yeah.
good
Fair
stun there.
enough, you get one of
Drops
those.
Chronicle.
Yeah, absolutely folded like a lawn chair. 8-7 though. Okay, so the gap doesn't get extended too far. Bonus, no conversion. So again, the fact that they just doubled down on this after that paranoia landed, the stun then layered in. There was no way out of
bro.
this.
What is this?
BBL maybe just thinking this is
Getting some
util
freebies out
invested
there.
to slow them down, but there are so many bodies behind it. Oh, Yampy alluded to it. He's desperately trying to get the
Lover's Rock
energy
gets the
up on
op out.
stage.
And, okay. Gonna
Trailing
try
by
to go
one
for a
now,
pick.
but operator in hand, yeah, for Lover's Rock.
That'd be a big punish if Yampy tries to take that space again, or anyone pushing up that far.
Oh.
Oh, you're lucky to be alive.
Big
but he
miss,
gets
man.
caught on the
It's a
back
big
pedal.
miss.
Yampy doing it himself. And now we're going to be hearing
2
how
rounds in a
BBL
row
will
where
recover this.
Vitality
Sadly, I don't think I'll be able to
come out on
translate,
top
but
aggro A.
we're going to listen in anyway.
Against a comp that, again, would struggle to re-clear A, but it will probably be Prowler, Omen Flash, maybe Wall.
Kanka Baycı cebinde tutuyordu belki bu alt.
Beyler C'de bolu yok çocuğun. C gelsenize.
Ben bunu bir operatörle vurmaya çalışıyorum Eren olsun. Sol kana bakıyorum.
Utku C'ye gireceğiz.
Volu var C'de, Volu var C'de.
Alın alabiliyorsanız.
Hadi oğlum Utku.
C tek gibi kanka, C'de hiçbir şey yok.
Girin C'ye.
Etsenize.
Girelim multiyle gelsenize Utku.
Utku dönsene.
A'da Prowler'a
Kanka verdi.
Eren olsun.
A'da bir tane
Backside'da-
kaldım. C'ye gireceğiz. Gelin C'ye.
Ha. Burası retake gibiyse ulti basmak zorunda değilim.
Okey
Dude,
kanka.
LaRock is
Adam
talking a
kontak
lot.
yürüyün o zaman yutilim yok.
Ha. Gel pik diyor.
EBS yapın.
Sağ kol atın.
Var
Var,
var.
Kanka, neydi
Atın
ver ona?
kanka. Görüm.
Kanka
Kanka.
Tamam sorun yok. CT'yi fatihseniz onunla. Alın CT'yi.
Giremiyoruz biz
Utku'nun
ya.
borusu var. At var ona ya. Gel. Öldü.
Çık geri.
Ne attım?
Geri çıkın.
Çık. Bak bu botlar arkada.
Bomba atacaksınız beyler.
Utku versin CT'ye.
And the comms get hectic, and you can
Yeah,
see
the comms
why.
got
Taking
hectic at
down
the end there
Kron,
where
but the
they
site, there's
realised
a
they couldn't take
rotation
Heaven's
or
space.
two already in. LaRock wants to go forward. Sayonara waiting, gets it, drops it. Loiter in the meantime did get Durka, and it's a Sayonara show right now. As Loiter soon to follow, and they start getting those
Nice
steps
shots.
back towards the site, leaving Rose in a
Oi,
1v3.
nice fade,
Sayonara set up to succeed.
It's
and
great
gets
shots. It was,
4.
I mean, this was quite a nice
Really
round to
awkward
watch,
reveal
really.
on top
They
here.
wanted to go
Rose to
aggro
deal
because they're
with,
up against the
in
fade
a
ult, so they wanted to
position
take
where he
over
has to
towards
clutch
Heaven.
out.
But maybe they should have
There's
kept
a ton
Heaven
of bodies
control.
on the other side. Initially,
I
a
don't know,
big
you
whip
kind of want him to use the fade
away
ult
in here.
for
I think
Heaven
as
there.
well, just hearing from the comms, just going through the motions. It's a
I'm
checklist
surprised with how
here.
much LaRock
Baiting out
talks.
the wall, waiting,
I don't know what he
him
said, but
discussing the rotation, but
he was,
then looking
I would
for that
say,
utility on the way back in.
50-50 with Rose in terms of how much was getting
I
spoken.
believe it gets a
It
tag
got
down
tagged.
to like
Yeah.
30 or 40 HP, but they are hungry for that kill to get ahead of that rotation. Fortunately now, BBL in a position where they're going to have to scrape together something here in round 17. We're tied up 8 apiece now.
Oh, it's a tempo change for sure. BBL directing approach and
That
another
I don't
challenge
want to
from Ron,
ult,
who's
it
been
looks like they're
on the receiving
retaking.
end of a
Oh,
lot of these
really?
hits, and BBL
And
looking
then
to
what?
really
Did Rose tell him to
roll
ult?
in.
And Rose told him to ult. Oh, that's huge. 'Cause, I mean, his read was right.
Swing from Sayonara, lovely synergy as Chronicle
They were playing to back out of sight.
This push coming his way, keeps control of the site. Notes at least one of these last
Dude,
two
what
players.
infos he got for that?
Not sure if he knows about the second.
Dude, the listenings are cool, man. We had a really good Pac-Man one earlier.
Clean up this round.
Back-to-back good rounds from Sayonara.
In zone flawless.
Did that money good?
Tech balls.
Oh boy, he's pulled out his cable.
Caught it live.
Yeah, he shouldn't have stood up, mate. Dude, we gotta give him extension cables.
This
America's has got it down now. They got the extension cables.
That should be caught in some of these replays, but Sayonara here to clean up this round. Again, certainly some threat. Yeah, we didn't mute that one. That's because the headset came out.
I'd really like those, some extension
What was the
cables
Pac-Man
to
one?
this.
I'm probably going to
That's
use it
what
as a
I'd
clip for
this is actually a
Blackjack,
BBL
I
timeout
think.
from,
He essentially, it was
so,
like
BBL
3
actually taking
seconds
this
into the
opportunity to check in.
round.
It's been 3 in
He
succession
had some
now
kind of
from
info,
Vitality,
whether it
probably
was the
right time
foot
for
step or whether it was some kind of
couple of
util that
ults
was
starting
done
to hit
on
as well.
A
You can have
main.
that for
And
BBL
he
in
literally just
pocket
called the
with Lotus,
paper
got
X
the
setup.
Omen ult there,
He just
Lover's
called it to
Rock as well,
1-3-1.
the Neon, and of course
So
the fade ult with Rose, so those
they didn't
three
react
ready to
properly
go.
off of it,
On the
but
other
it
side,
was pretty
Sayonara, no
impressive that he
surprises
called their
after
setup
his
like 3
impact
seconds
in
into a
16
round.
and the follow-up in 17, and of course Chronicle
How do you
as
know
well
so
in
fast?
unison. So those two
I mean, he's
able to
done
very
research,
much
I
handle
imagine.
a lot of
When
pressure if it does
they do
start
this,
going towards their
they
sights.
fight middle.
So you do see here.
They still lost, yeah, but he was
schedule for
tilted because the
BBL
rest of his team
through
didn't
stage
react properly.
And again, some of the
God, that's a tough finish, isn't it?
yeah, definitely. Again, to come out
Insider
with
info,
sort of,
it'll be
I mean,
yeah, it'll be prep.
broken, battered, and bruised from the opening 3 weeks in terms of the actual performance here. We've seen following Santiago to have Vitality and Fnatic
Was
to
it on
close
PAL?
out
Yeah, it was on PAL. It's worth checking out. It's really cool.
stage here, and obviously playoffs dangling
A lot of ults for BBL.
in the sidelines.
They got to
here.
do something
It's
this
just-
round.
It's brutal for BBL. This is really the series that with what we've seen with Fnatic going on. This is the one that
Vitality
really you look for them to
could
contest.
leave sites because of this ult.
I have
I would say it's great on these, not on C,
That said,
because this area is
Vitality looking
always
like
like free.
They've certainly done some work here. So for BBL, tough opponent to meet at this point. Not quite knowing what you're going to be walking in against. Have they done some more changes? What sort of form are they in? Bit of an unknown
He
quantity
said
at times.
1-3-1 off of 1 step. Yeah, I think so.
BBL
Either a step or
very
some util. I need to watch
tempo.
it back and
Again,
find out
much
exactly what it
slower. You
was.
saw that pacey approach towards A. This is almost the polar opposite.
It was just cool to listen to it.
So yeah, nobody from Vitality really going forwards. Rely heavily on Chronicle's ability to tie down that A site.
Yeah, we're trying to bait the footsteps, but it's Profek up top as well in unison to make it work.
shot.
Yampi with a shot.
Oof.
His Loiter is going to answer back. Yampi's in a bit of a predicament now.
Yeah.
Hard to back away from.
Well, yeah,
Put him
they
in a rough
presented
spot
the third
there.
player there potentially. TP into pit here. Chronicle might just capitalize.
Unheard it.
He's heard it. He's ready.
30 seconds left.
Going to call in the cavalry. Dirk is on the way trying to
Does
catch that cross.
Sayonara molly and
Spot there.
give away the
Forces
game, or are
his
we just going to
position
walk?
be noted.
Okay,
Kron's
good.
going to clear Loiter. Now it kind of tells you what's happening. Seas has
We're gonna
caught,
see the Seas,
but
yeah.
it doesn't
Very,
matter.
very
Dirk
nice.
is still with a
Yeah, I
great
would
shot.
prefer BBL to just
Vitality
do some
starting
kind
to
of set
look
strat with
well
this, really.
prepared now.
They essentially
Up
just
to
get
double
picked before they
digits.
can use their ults and
Really
then just
well
kind of commit one of the
controlled.
ults anyway.
And maybe not a solid understanding of what lay behind this postured up.
Yeah, we got caught off with the
hold
high and
towards
lower,
the C site.
Yeah.
and then doubled down.
TP across here and Chronicle, it just there's no pressure, so
Ooh, it's a nice
just
shot.
tucked. Forty with a great catch there,
One
actually. Yeah,
enemy remaining.
seen a pixel out of place behind the paranoia and the orb.
Force him down to an eco. Got the one hero
Yeah,
gun. We
now,
got heavy armor
unfortunately,
for
forced to deal with some
the ult.
pretty difficult rounds ahead of them. Like I said, double digits here. Only got a rifle for LaRock. Upgraded pistols for sure. Chronicle unconfirmed, but tagged up early on.
I don't know if you'd carry on that pathing or just maybe you can't make assessments.
Why is
of
everyone
that
doing
or
up and down
assumptions.
these days? Because
Dropping
To the other side.
no
who's
one
here? Dirk with an
really
operator. Not
prowlers
heard
like
too much of it
this.
yet, but he knows that the prowler's coming.
Because if you want a
Doesn't
prowler,
that
you
bloody
essentially
hell.
want to do it a
Circus
little
like,
closer so you can
how
get
is
back
that
to sight.
already
But this
done?
higher lower, normally you just
It
swing it
gets
for
that.
free.
Like, admin, get that one. Sadly, the problem is, even with that in mind,
Again,
they don't have buy, they don't know what it
that's
is.
caught on and what's behind it, yeah.
That could
Like normally
have
they've
still
used all the
been
fade
Chronicle
util to get
potentially.
this
That
map
could have been
control.
anyone there. They don't
And
have
if they're
any
going to
idea. It
hit,
could
they
be
want it
Yampi
more
for
to
all
go
they
back a sight. This is like the middle ground where there's not as much. People should just do it close here,
towards the A
but
side. Good
a lot of
approach.
people just swing the angle before you do this.
Chronicle, again, just shouldering this angle. But again, now,
30 seconds
yeah, the wall will go off. The smoke will
Mate,
cover,
you have
though.
ult though. Don't.
No, a real misread on that moment. And now
I mean, I guess they're on eco, but you're still giving them a gun, so it's like.
They do. Oh, that's a tag. Griffin down on 12, but still alive.
Again, Lotus Rock going to go forwards here. Pressure
Red
up
card or
towards
yellow
that
card?
one-way.
That's a red card, bro. That's outrageous what he's done.
Sayonara. Alongside Yampy here. Kreven certainly the next target.
They cleared all
As well.
C control,
HP
and he
for-
pushes through this, knowing there could be
So
5
low.
here.
No one's actually gone through door yet, so he still gets another chance at life until now. Sayonara's going to clear him. Yeah, done. Can they get the rest, though? Still got Lotus Rock with the rifle and LaRock, so danger is certainly imminent. It's a glance. What a shot! Couldn't adjust in time. Sayonara doing incredibly well, but
And
it's still a 1v1.
Sayonara has really
And LaRock
stepped
down
up.
on 21 HP. Yampy
He's made steps.
draw him in.
He knows it's a fake.
LaRock's not falling for it until then.
Yeah, he's got
Had
time.
to react. Should
Easy
have
got
time
time.
on this. Yampy
Nice round from
just
Yampy.
about keeping it in hand, but bloody hell.
Yeah, it was
that
close,
with
man.
one
You could have given it to
rifle
Sayonara.
Yeah.
He's playing very
So
well.
much threat in this
He's
round.
made a couple of mistakes.
Again,
I mean, he
BBL
always makes a couple of
unfortunate
mistakes,
not
I
to
would say,
actually find this.
spacing-wise, and maybe not being on the same page as the others.
Chronicle,
But
he maybe read
man,
into
he,
maybe one
he wins a
player
lot of
slipping
rounds
ahead
of
this, but
disfragging.
BBL just throw a ton of bodies in between this wall and the smoke. There's a bloody brawl onto the site here. Yampy,
What's that one?
a bit of a dance from Chronicle.
Just for fun?
Just emoting.
Yeah, jester maxing, fair enough. Double ops, well, one on either side. So Lover's Rock there, Durka on the other.
Again, it's a position here where Durka's... Ooh, Lover's Rock nearly catching a beautiful pre-fire onto that angle. Not necessarily solid in terms of information here early on in round 20. Ultras Wise do have Lover's Rock. I mean, LaRock not too far away. Kreven just missing one as well. On the side here, Chronicle and Sayonara with ults to invest. Should they see it necessary? A switch up here as well, because Durka's kind of
Have a higher
trying to
lower?
bait them in. They do have Chronicle set up this time
Oh,
around.
God.
The setup,
Made
Yampy,
the smokes
good for the
disappearing.
first
Do they
time.
live?
Not
Do they
expecting
still
that
live?
angle. Got caught off.
Perfect almost soaking that damage, allowing for a bit of a retreat from Yampy, who's barely
Wait,
able to get away from
Sayonara
it. Sayonara,
again.
that's going to be a blind shot.
Bailed
Maybe
him
reveal
out.
help there, but still Sayonara going to maybe levy
Hey,
that
Yampy
springboard they would have
expecting
wanted,
the
and
B.
Yampy's still going to find his impact.
That's nice.
3
He took one bullet.
He's taken a beating throughout this round, but he's still alive.
Desperate to try and close down that kill, but able to keep 4 standing here, and Durka again will catch a barrel out of place here, and just Loiter left to find.
13 seconds, not going to
Very
happen.
nice to watch,
little
man.
kind of
Very
mini
nice to watch.
crossfires set up pretty quickly in that. Again,
Well,
the
goes
fact
with
that
it.
Yampy gets to live. Looking like Prophet
been
was
every
just the
buy round, right?
sacrificial lamb almost, happy to just sit there and soak it.
Yampy just has absolutely no right to be this far forwards. He had a kill, like I said, to
Isn't
live
in the
as
half.
well throughout that. Even so, Sayonara, from the other angle, it looked like maybe there's a smoke down the stairs,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
there's nothing here, and there's nobody
Yeah,
on the
every
angle
buy
to
rounds,
enable Lover's Rock
they
to
got
go
all the
that aggressive
ults,
to
one
chase
away
down
from
that
the main
kill.
ult.
Just gets a freebie.
I would love
Currently
BBL
sitting
to
at
just kind of
20
keep
and
it
10
simple
for
with some of
Vitality.
these.
He was the missing
I
piece
feel like
of
they
the
always
puzzle,
get
and
picked off
certainly
before they get a
delivering
chance to
here
do
on
anything.
Lotus.
On with the op. Interesting enough. Double stacked up high-low over towards Mound as well. I think that's just been dismantled, but Durka going forward. That's a bit risky here. Kreven's waiting on this. Spots him, but doesn't get to do too much damage, if I think any at all.
Yeah, Paranoia sent through. Desperate to try and pressure forwards. I mean, look at them. They're pushing all the way into spawn here. BBL have to pick up the pace towards A.
Yeah, they've got to get going. They've got to try and at least look threatening on that A site, as already it looks like Vitality sitting a little bit deeper to get ready to soak this hit. They don't need to overextend as LaRock, if he wanted to progress,
Yeah,
he
they're
takes a
gonna
lot of
pick up
damage.
the armor after they've owned
But
it
he
as
does
well.
get Kron. An
Oh,
unnecessary shot
Yampy, hold the
potentially,
space,
but
mate.
fortunately
Hold the
enough,
space.
Yampy there to swing out and catch The pressure.
Oh my goodness.
And now that rotation towards B doesn't feel so good. You got Prophet catching LaRock, trying to get some
That's
security
insane.
up towards that CT side.
It's a nice call to
One could be
double
on the
back
cards
down
for
over towards A,
Sayonara,
take the free
closing in.
space.
Doesn't get the shot he wanted, but trying
Wow,
to...
that's
Oh,
how.
yeah,
How did that
bounces
connect?
back.
Where's that bounced off of?
That seems mad to me. Plant now in. BBL, can you hold down the fort?
That was here on an angle, but only a Guardian. He's got to hit some heads if he wants to find value.
He's still got Durka down. I don't know how. Loiter and Rose going to do what they can in a 2v3. Sayonara is low. That's one thing on their side. And Ashori can still do damage as Rose. You got to clutch up here, man. That's
Ooh,
such
it's
a
so
nice
nicely
try.
played.
But nice tries and not enough
That's a
today.
good map from Vitality.
13 rounds
That's
for
some good stuff.
Vitality.
Vitality stabilizing here. Keep BBL at bay in this second half after a resurgence for